object is turning to the southeast, taking a black SUV. University Street, stop chasing. Over.
Okay, so Mr. Emmanuel is identifying me with the smart glasses, and as you can see, it transmits my identity straight to the command center.
You see, a conversation about Nigeria's security challenges could actually feel an encyclopedia. Besides the numerous lives lost on a daily basis, it has also had significant economic impact, costing billions of dollars. Even a Global Peace Index reports that Nigeria lost $40 billion in 2020 to insecurity. Yes, unknown gunmen, robberies, theft, and what have you, they are all in the mix. More so, in 2020, it lost about $12 million to electronic fraud in just 9 months. If Deloitte West Africa's report is to be believed, then the country has lost $13 billion to cybercrime in 10 years. For a textile businessman who received frequent supplies from northern Nigeria, these were more than just statistics for him.
So when you want to send items from Lagos to like Kano or Maiduguri, and you keep hearing container gone missing, vanished. Where are the goods? Where's the driver? Nowhere to be found. You try to install like a tracking system with the not logistics company, because it was basically informal. We find the container people that can go. Spoke to like trusted drivers, put tracking system in their containers, didn't do much. I don't know if those guys were that sophisticated. They always disarmed it.
Then came the light bulb moment.
Then I just figured, there's this drone thing happening. If I could build a drone where it would be somewhere in the sky, follow wherever that container is going. If anything's about to happen, we wouldn't be able to know what's going on, how it happened, when it's happening. Because that thinking came about as a result. I was not the only one having the same issue. Other people in the market were having the same issue too. So to me, it seemed like a perfect thing to build, whilst also providing a service to other people in the market who were also like importers, or rather producers, that also had customers around Nigeria and West African market. So to me, it made sense. So that's how I got into defense. Basically, my first product, like I was saying, was trying to build a UAS system, or UAV, to just monitor my goods and make sure my goods get where it's supposed to go as and when it's supposed to go.
If you're confused at this point, UAV stands for Unmanned Aerial Vehicle and UAS stands for Unmanned Aircraft Systems. Kifta then went on to build a proper team of experts from different continents across the globe. Not minding the cost and the issues with different time zones, he explains that he didn't have time for trial and error, and he just wanted to get the best people that had done something similar and build a working prototype. The first UAV prototype cost $450,000 and it took 3 years to complete. Kifta Technologies was born, and the company now boasts UAS systems including firefighting UAS, naval UAS, and the regular UAS that is not deployed over a body of water.
One of our UAS can travel as much as 9 hours at a time. There's no place in Nigeria that takes 9 hours to get to. In fact, there's no place in Africa that takes 9 hours to get to. So that should tell you it can go from Lagos to, I think South Africa is 4 hours, 5 hours. It can go from Lagos to South Africa, maybe charge for a bit and come back.
It also uses a wireless link where devices communicate with other devices through radio waves. Currently, the company has a diverse range of hardware and software products.
For hardware, we have a UAV, or rather, let me say, a UAS system. We have this, which is the smart glasses. This particular product comes in 3 variations. This is the one for the police and identification system. There's the one produced mainly for the military. And also there's the one for basically schools, churches, just does the same, almost the same thing, but it's not as sophisticated as this and the military one. In terms of software, we have a couple of software that we use for pipeline security, power cable security, border security. Some of them are like the DAS system, that is distributed acoustic sensing system, the DTS system, SCADA system. Most of these things are sensor-ish, but powered by specific hardware, which we use for the operations.
Now, you must be wondering what it's like to try some of these things on. Now, for all the equipment, we got to see what the police and identification smart glasses look like and the possible use cases. Please forgive my colleagues for encouraging Monsuru to place me in his facial recognition database as a wanted person. Yes, Damola, I'm looking at you. Meanwhile, if you are watching this, please hit the subscribe button so no one declares you wanted.
So the first thing you can do is, this is the homepage. So you're logged in as, this is login. Okay. So there are three things you can do. You can do the remote collaboration, which is the one where you share live feed with the control center. This is the AI recognition when when you're tracking someone, you want to identify the person. This is the SOP. This is the one I mentioned. It's a step-by-step analysis of basically transfer of information to knowledge from like an expatriate or whatever, whomever, another user too. So there were multiple glasses here. I could call 3 different users at the same time on the controls at the control center and see what they're all saying. So I can call as much as 100, depending. A particular account, this is a test, but the one that we've deployed, we created a singular account that could take 500 users at once. Wow. Yeah. So we can see 500 operatives in the field at once. So Mr. Emmanuel is trying to communicate with the command center and pass across real-time information through the smart glasses about what he's seeing. Mr. Emmanuel, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Loud and clear.
Okay, so this is how the smart glasses work also. There's real-time live imagery transmission and voice communication with operatives wherever posted. Even if the operative is 20 kilometers away from the command control center, we can hear and communicate and share live video feed. As you can see, I can see what Mr. Emmanuel is seeing clearly. Also, another use case is for a situation where there are 2 operatives. Mr. Emmanuel can call another operative mounting the smart glasses, and they can also share imagery. So we'd like Mr. Emmanuel to come in and then live test the facial recognition system once again. It will be live testing me to show how the facial recognition and identification system works. Looking. Okay, so Mr. Emmanuel is identifying me with the smart glasses, and as you can see, it transmits my identity straight to the command center, just in case I'm a hotspot. In case where it shows green, it clearly shows I'm safe, they're not looking for me. But a case where we identified Mr. Emmanuel earlier and it was showing alert, it means that the person is being searched for by security agencies. So we created different security protocols for the different citizens and according to their classifications. There's also another classification for VIP citizens like governors, the president, ministers, and things like that. So that's basically how the smart glasses works in terms of live video sharing, the facial identification and authentication system, and remote collaboration where multiple users can share live feeds between themselves. Like I said earlier, the glasses has a database capacity of 10,000 per glasses, but for a much larger system, we can create a mini database for the glasses, which can take as much as 20 million faces. So that's a short demo of how the smart glasses work. Although we have a military helmet that uses the same principle, we couldn't bring that because of security reasons and all that kind of stuff. So the military helmet, which has this ability to, helps with weapons detection, can also be used for commander training or operative training in terms of doing simulations and using AR to like take a model of how a place would be and just basically simulate that whole experience. And I mentioned weapons identification and detection. So that's how the military one works too. We also have a variation of these same smart glasses that has a temperature control system, has infrared capacity in which you can see as deep as 4 feet into the ground and see through walls. It works with temperature sensing, and our clients often use that for mapping when they're going deep into the forest, and mainly for military applications, basically. So that's about the smart glasses. I hope you guys enjoyed the demo, and we hope we've been able to show the potential of our products and the potential in the defense ecosystem. Hopefully more talents come and join us to do this wonderful work that we've started.
Kifta's business model is simple. Sell these hardware and software products to interested clients. The company currently has clients from different countries, but Mansour is quick to reveal that it has very minimal operation in Nigeria.
We might sell to an entity in Nigeria that wants to use it for their own operations and have to go through the process of talking to those regulators and maybe getting their end user certificate from ONSA by themselves. But we running the UAV as a commercial operation hasn't fully been operational, isn't fully operational yet.
Kifta mainly runs a B2B business model focusing on African businesses, but it also gets lots of clients from outside the continent. It also licenses some of its technology, like the pipeline security software, to companies who want to use them. The company's smart glasses, which can see up to 20 kilometers, yes, there are few cameras that do that, and has a facial and license plate recognition system, is also gaining traction with security agencies in Africa. There are also industry and educational use cases as well.
You know, sometimes when you're developing a project, you can stumble on another use case. So in the manufacturing industry, we have a function where you can record step-by-step processes of how to assemble this. Yeah, you can record a step-by-step process for any newbie. The person wears this and he literally lectures them. Okay, you open the motherboard, you do this, you screw it this way, you screw it, and he follows that process. Say you sign a 6-month deal with an expatriate or 1-year contract with an expatriate. After that 1 year, you are certain that that expatriate has transferred whatever knowledge into your system. This, using the AI, transmits that knowledge into step-by-step process and teaches anyone. So you don't need that expatriate for a long period of time. The glasses teaches whatever that expatriate has obviously transmitted or shared, basically.
The company leverages its expertise in AI and AR to develop IoT devices for different industries. It currently has a partnership with a Rwandan company to develop IoT for farms, a method that promises to be a big boost for the country's agricultural sector. Other African countries also use its products. He, however, didn't mention which countries for security reasons. Trust me, I asked. Despite having several exciting products that could be relevant to the Nigerian situation, we found it quite interesting that Kifta Technologies does not have much traction in Nigeria when compared to other African countries. Its smart glasses, for example, it could actually be relevant to Nigerian law enforcement agencies, as Mansour holds features like the recognition software, location tracking, and live transmission would help them fulfill their duties while keeping them accountable. The glasses could also be connected to the National Identity Number database if needed. So, why has adoption stalled in Nigeria?
How do I put this? Getting access to the right people that can adopt some of these technologies is very difficult. That's the first thing. So if you want to operate such cameras, say in your airports, say along your borders, it's not as easy as waltzing into the customs office and say, I want to see the dish. And it's not as if you can send a cold email to say, good afternoon, sir. We are this. The same way you reach out, you can cold email a private company and maybe they might respond, maybe they won't respond. But for a government agency, it doesn't happen. I've had situations where I've tried to visit some of these places and the security guard sent me away. Their favorite excuse is you can't come without an appointment. How do I come with an appointment when maybe your contact phone number doesn't even work? Or you emailed no response?
Nigeria's well-documented power issues also ensures that Kifta limits its production in Nigeria.
A small thing as a 2% voltage increase can condemn the whole thing. Power surge. That's why I even say 2%, 2 volts increase can condemn the whole thing if it's not configured for that. As much as it's beautiful to have all of these products, adopting them in Nigeria is quite difficult, which is why I said earlier, most of our businesses are not centered in Nigeria. Most of our customers are not in Nigeria.
Mansour believes that since the high-tech defense industry is still young, most regulators are unaware that such things are being done in the country. He recommends that processes to reach relevant people should be put in place. So far, the company has been bootstrapping and has never raised any institutional funding. It is, however, planning to raise funds to support some of its future plans, and I must say they're quite interesting. According to Mansour, one of the reasons Kifta is trying to raise at this time is to expand its offerings to serve a broader market. For him, every facet of the high-tech industry is niche, so the company is working on expanding its offerings by implementing a drones-as-a-service platform in collaboration with logistics companies. Maybe not for small packages, but for decent-sized parcels.
In the long run, we are also trying to scale up our UAVs or UAS systems into building an air cargo UAS system that can take, say, 2-ton or 3-ton payload, maybe fly 6 hours or 5 hours at once with that payload.
Mansour believes that the UA system could significantly impact Nigerian logistics. It will be fitted with storage systems and help farmers get goods to the market in record time.
It's a two-way thing. You give them the logistics part where someone in Maiduguri can also be part of the global trade and cutting off the middlemen completely, whom I must say serve as a problem in terms of price increase, food inflation. So imagine a basket of tomato costs $500 naira in Maiduguri, and before it gets to Lagos, it turns to 5,005. So the middleman will tell you they're incurring all these risk, security. Same issue I had in terms of my own thing. They will tell you they're incurring the risks. So imagine you can build something where the producers are connecting directly to the consumers. They would also have the opportunity to sell a bit more higher. So a farmer that sells for 500 naira can decide to sell his basket for 1.5.
Mansour is also spot on with his assertion that building a cargo UAV to ensure speedy transfer of goods would have significant ripple effects on the economy and, of course, the environment.
Obviously, it's going to be autonomous. It's going to be designed for that purpose. So it takes away a lot of associated costs because it's designed for that purpose against normal cargo planes that weren't designed for that purpose. And because a portion of it is electric, is going to reduce the emissions, and it follows all that really wonderful things we're trying to do right now. So
effective logistics has been a considerable challenge for both traditional and electronic commerce in Nigeria. Mansour also says that despite the country's well-documented challenges, it wants to open a plant in Nigeria. Yes, that's pretty awesome.
Every element might not be made here, but we will produce enough for you to qualify as made in Nigeria.
It's interesting times ahead for Kifta, if I must say, and if its defense technologies are transferred to a sector like commerce, it could be potentially game-changing. For now, Monsuru encouraged the government to improve support for innovative hardware developers. So what do you think? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more stories like this that will come your way. Once again, it's Emmanuel Paul from TechPoint.